What's going on? It's Coach Williams, and I'm back for another Super Bowl breakdown. So today we're going to talk Cooper Kupp. But why do we have the Packers on the screen? If you know anything about Cooper Kupp, he says that he has modeled his game after Davante Adams. He's watched extensive film on the guy, talks to him, and he really appreciates his game. And when you look at the comparisons, combine numbers, measurables, and all that stuff, they're very, very similar. So I think from what we talked about with the last video, where we talked about how high his football IQ is and how great his recall is, you don't get to that level unless you watch a ton of film. I guarantee you he watched this game very closely. So we can expect to see some similar things, right? Davante Adams played against the Bengals earlier in the season. He had over 200 yards. He had something like 11 catches, had a touchdown. He had a field day with these boys. So I think that Cooper Kupp is going to try to do some of the same things, all right? So let's break down this first play. So the Packers come out in ace formation, all right? And so the Bengals, I think they're playing a disguised cover two here, right? I think they're disguising cover two. This guy is going to push back. He's going to play the half field, and then Bates is going to play the half field over here. And then both of these corners are going to be in the flats. So let's watch the play, right? We get play action boot, right? So we can see Davante down here at the bottom of the screen. Let's watch him really closely. He's jogging off the line of scrimmage, right? He's tempoing his route. And I think what he's doing is he's reading these two linebackers right here, right? So the linebackers don't bite hard on the play action fake, as you can see, right? They're really patient, and then they get out, right? They start getting depth. So I think what Davante was doing was he wanted to see, are they going to bite on the fake? If they bite hard on the fake, then he can get way more depth, right? Get a deeper route. But since they're getting out, he goes underneath them. Rodgers hits him on the run. And they get a nice little mini explosive play right there, right? So why do I think that that's a play that we should pay attention to? The Rams, their coach, Sean McVay, and Matt LaFleur from the Packers, they come from a similar kind of system, right? It's that West Coast wide zone kind of system. So there's a lot of play action and a lot of boot in their playbooks. I think that the Rams are going to try to establish the run in this game. And if they can establish the running game, then be ready for boot in the passing game, all right? So we got Cooper Kupp down here in the slot, all right? So I think this is a different coverage. I think this is man-to-man coverage, right? But right off the bat, you know that Cooper Kupp is salivating because they're in man, and Byron Murphy here has outside leverage. He knows what he's about to do to this guy, all right? So, right, stems his route inside, right, gets hands on him, gives him a little push off, and then breaks deep. And then we can go back and look at Stafford. He's on the opposite hash. Man, this is one hell of a throw. Damn. That's a big play right there. So I would expect to see a little bit of that in the Super Bowl, right? I think that they're going to try to do some of that stuff because it's in their playbook. I don't think that the Bengals defense is a great run defense. So they're going to try to establish a run. And if those guys start loading the box, good night. So next play that I want to watch, all right? Again, I think this is they're disguising cover two. So we got Bates here. He's going to push to the opposite hash, all right? And then I think this is Hilton. He's going to end up playing the half field over here, all right? So playing cover two in the red zone. I am not a fan of cover two in the red zone. I do not like that coverage in the red zone because it's very challenging for this safety. When you're out in the field, right, takes a little bit longer for the routes to distribute so you can try to read the routes and get over number one if you have to without leaving massive voids in the middle of the field. Well, when you end up in the red zone, there's not going to be enough time to be able to cover both areas. So people have a tendency to either stay too tight to the hash or to get out way wide and leave the middle of the field open. And we're going to see that on this play here, okay? We got Davante Adams down here. They're going to run the smash concept. So we get this little in right here, little short in, and then Davante is going to run the corner, right? So again, with disguising the cover two too, Hilton can't keep his hips and shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, right? He's got to get into that half turn. So then Davante can run into his blind spot. And Rodgers just misses the throw here, right? So if they're going to play cover 2 in the red zone like that, Rams got to make them pay for it. And they've already done it. They did it in the NFC Championship game, all right? So I think that they're playing match quarters down here. I think this is a split field coverage, but they're playing cover 2 on this side, all right? So this safety is going to push to the half field. And then we got this corner right here who's going to play the flat. So they are also going to run the smash pattern, but it's an inverted smash. So now Kupp is going to be that solo receiver, and he is going to run to the corner. And then Sony Michel is going to run a little out route here, okay? So let's watch the play. Sony runs out, right? And then Cooper Kupp gets here, and he's running the corner. Now, I think this is Thomas, right? He's a rookie corner. He's inexperienced. But I think this is on the defensive coordinator. I do not like calling cover 2 in the red zone. There's too many things that have to just go perfectly right. And if you make a mistake, you're going to be in trouble. Because normally in cover 2, this would be what you want to do. You want to apex this, right? So you want to be in a position where you can play both, right? But in this situation down here in the red zone, it would make way more sense if you're going to do this to get a reroute and get hands on. But he lets them run free. And then the safety has to try to get over the top of it. Touchdown. All right. So they end up running cover 2 in the red zone. The Bengals. The Rams have got to make them pay for that because Cooper Kupp, incredible route runner, and Matt Stafford, he's got a golden right arm. So those are some of the things that I think that they're going to try to do to get Cooper Kupp off in this game. He watched the film on Davante Adams, likes to model his game towards his, so I think he's going to have a very similar day. But if the Bengals end up doing some things where they try to take him away and they focus a little bit more on him and do some different coverages and stuff, throw in some wrinkles, then I think we're not making a video about Odell Beckham, but I think Odell Beckham will go off. So, I made the last video. I think that the Bengals secondary, they're very workmanlike, very blue collar. I respect those guys, but they are going to have their work cut out for them. So I don't know if I'm going to do any more Super Bowl videos. I got a couple ideas in my head, but we're getting closer to Sunday, so I don't know if I'm going to have the time. But you got to subscribe to make sure that if I do, you don't miss them. But with that being said, as always, it's Coach Williams, Ball Hawks. We fly. I'm out. Peace.